In order for this spell to work, you have to take into account the diameter of the circle and the velocity of the wind. I'm telling you, Herman, it's the radius. I've read over 400 books on this topic alone, and the wind is irrelevant to the equation. I know this spell. Reading a hypothesis does not insinuate accuracy in all of your assumptions. Hey, wizards, nerds, losers. I know you guys are really smart and all, but you're severely lacking in the social department. And changing that starts with changing your style. What do you say we wrap up this nerd fest, help you guys out with a quick spell, and we'll head to the pub for a few brewskis on you guys? Okay. Hey! Welcome back for another class guide video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a master of spellcasting, the wizard. If you like the idea of knowing more spells than you can count, the wizard might be the class for you. We're going to go over the wizard's class features, what racial choices go well with the wizard, spellcasting and spells, and of course the wizard subclasses, which will be called your arcane traditions. As always, keep in mind we have not seen the final version of the wizard in Baldur's Gate 3 yet, so some things are subject to change, but this video should serve as a solid foundation for understanding what this class is all about. If you guys end up enjoying this video, please subscribe for the much more Baldur's Gate 3 content on the way. I've done many other class guides, so head into the channel, check those out if you're interested. Links to my Twitter and my Discord server will be below. Let's get right into it. Wizards are exceptional magic users and are defined by the spells that they cast. They can cast spells of explosive fire, arcing lightning, subtle deception, and brute force mind control. The possibilities really are endless. You can even conjure monsters from other planes of existence, act as a necromancer and summon the dead, and even foresee into the future. They are the most versatile spellcaster in the game, and this makes them extremely useful in an adventuring party, and a hell of a lot of fun to play. For wizards, knowledge is power, and they acquire most of their magic from sources of knowledge such as books and tomes, or ancient scripts, or even from talking to other wizards. Although they may seem a bit too studious for some, locked up in their libraries for weeks and months, when adventure calls, a wizard answers for the lure of knowledge and power that an unknown crypt or lost city can provide is far too valuable to pass up. Wizards can be the party's damage dealer or a battlefield controller, or even provide some more support type spells, although don't expect to be a healer. The wizard has the largest range of spells, allowing them to be prepared for almost any situation. Let's talk about what ability scores you might want to invest into, and then we can get into what racial choices go well with this class. The wizard's spellcasting ability is Intelligence, so this will be your primary ability score to invest into. Intelligence will power your spells and also affect the amount of spells that you can prepare each day, so this ability is critical to your success. Constitution is also commonly a primary ability score to focus on, for not only does it help with your low base HP, it also helps your wizard hold concentration on spells that require concentration. Dexterity is a common third choice, for it helps with your initiative, allowing you to get that first turn in combat more often. The rest of your ability scores are less vital and more so up to how you want your wizard to be. Gnomes, although not confirmed to be in the game just yet, are a great choice for wizards, for they give you a +2 to intelligence, and the subrace choices offer either a +1 to dexterity with the forest gnome, or a +1 to constitution with the rock gnome. The subrace of elves, known as the high elves, is also a great choice, for you get a +1 to intelligence as well as a +2 to dexterity. You also get dark vision, the perception skill, as well as some other nice racial features. Humans are always a solid choice, and if the game has the variant human, this will be a great choice, for you not only can boost your intelligence and another ability score of your choice, but you also gain a feat, and there's some great feats for the wizard. Tieflings are another race that offer a boost to intelligence, giving you a +1 to intelligence as well as a +2 to charisma, and they also have some nice racial features as well, such as dark vision and hellish resistance. Many races can go well with the wizard, but those are the more obvious choices that will get you going on the right path right away at level 1. Now let's go over the wizard's general class features such as hit points and proficiencies, and then we'll get into spellcasting and your choice of one of the many subclasses that the wizard offers. As a wizard, you'll have a hit dice of 1d6, the lowest of the low. This means that you'll start with the max of 6 HP at level 1, and each additional level that you gain, you'll either roll a 6-sided die and add the results to your current HP, or you'll use the fixed rate HP increase of 4 per level. Keep in mind that your Constitution modifier will be added to your base HP upon leveling. As a wizard, you'll have no armor proficiency, and the few weapon proficiencies that you have are daggers, darts, slings, quarterstaffs, and light crossbows. Generally speaking, your wizard will not be getting involved in melee combat situations. For saving throws, you'll have proficiency in intelligence, which can help you resist certain mental assaults, and may I add that the mind flayers use actions that involve intelligence saving throws, so it may come in handy in Baldur's Gate 3. Intelligence saving throws can also help with disbelieving certain illusion type spells. You also have proficiency in wisdom saving throws, which can help your character resist being charmed or frightened or other effects that assault your willpower. For skills, you'll choose 2 from Arcana, History, Insight, Investigation, Medicine, and Religion. The wizard really will be the smart one of your party, and they'll be able to handle situations that the rest of your party will likely not be smart enough for. It's going to be a very hard decision to not have a wizard in your party on your first playthrough, for they are very, very valuable. Alright, let's get into the spellcasting and your choice of subclass by first taking a look at the wizard's class chart. At class level 1, you gain spellcasting. If we look over here to the right, we can see a cantrips known column. Cantrips are spells that can be cast at will without requiring the use of spell slots. You will know 3 cantrips at level 3, and by max level 10, you will know 5. To the right of that, we can see our wizard spell slots. Spell slots act like your resource pool for casting spells. For example, if you cast a level 3 spell, you'll need a level 3 spell slot or higher available in order to cast the level 3 spell. At level 1, the wizard starts off with 2 level 1 spell slots, and by max level 10, you'll have 4 level 1 slots, 3 level 2, 3 level 3, 3 level 4, and 2 level 5 spell slots. At level 1, you'll gain a spellbook that contains 6 first level wizard spells of your choice. These spells will show the first glimmerings of your true power. The spellbook is what really makes the wizard a unique spellcaster. As you level up, the spells that you add to your spellbook reflect the arcane research you conduct on your own. You'll be able to add 2 new spells from the wizard spell list for free each time you gain a new level. But you might also find other spells to add to your book during your adventures. You might find a scroll in a chest, giving you a new spell to add to your book, or you might even find another wizard spellbook. Jackpot. When you find a wizard spell, you can add it to your spellbook if it's of a spell level that you can prepare. The process of adding and learning a new spell might cost money, and it also might take some in-game time to complete. So can you cast any spell that you have in your spellbook at any time, assuming that you have the spell slot? No, you can only prepare a certain amount of spells each day in your spellbook, and this is where your intelligence ability comes back into play. The amount of spells that you can prepare each day is determined by your intelligence modifier plus your wizard's level. For example, if you have an intelligence ability score of 18, that gives you a 4 intelligence modifier. And say that you're a wizard of class level 5, you'll be able to prepare 9 spells per day from your spellbook. These spells must be of a spell level that you have spell slots for, as shown on the wizard's class chart. So if you're a level 5 wizard, you'll have up to level 3 spell slots, allowing you to prepare level 3 spells or under. After you complete a long rest, which will be going to your player's camp and sleeping in Baldur's Gate 3, you can then change your list of prepared spells. Since the wizard learns so many spells overall, each day they can prepare a list of spells very different from the previous day, making the wizard extremely versatile. At class level 1, you'll also gain a nice feature called Arcane Recovery. This feature will let you gain back some spell slots after conducting a short rest. To determine how many spell slots you may recover, the spell slots can have a combined level that is equal to or less than, rounded up, half your wizard's level. So if you're a level 6 wizard, half of that is 3, so you can recover 3 level 1 spell slots, or maybe 1 level 2 and 1 level 1 spell slot. Now let's talk about the wizard's arcane traditions, which you can get into right away at class level 2. This is essentially your subclass choice and will shape your practice of magic through one of the 8 schools of magic. This will not limit you to one type of magic, and more so boosts spells that are associated with the arcane tradition that you choose. Choose. There are 8 schools of magic. Divination deals with spells that reveal information. Necromancy deals with spells that manipulate the energies of life and death. The School of Enchantment deals with spells that affect the minds of others, influencing or controlling their behavior. Transmutation deals with spells that alter reality by turning one thing into another or creating something out of nothing. Abjuration deals with spells that are defensive and protection based, such as magical barriers. Evocation deals with spells that manipulate magical energy to produce a desired effect, such as calling up blasts of fire or lightning. Conjuration deals with spells that involve the transportation of objects and creatures from one location to another. Summoning creatures and teleportation spells are in this school. And lastly, the School of Illusion deals with spells that deceive the senses or minds of others. Each of these arcane traditions or schools of magic will give you subclass specific features at class levels 2, 6, and 10. These are the features that boost specific spells involved with the school of magic that you choose. For example, at class level 2, all of the schools of magic gain 2 features, one of which makes the spells associated with the school that you chose now cost less gold and time to copy into your spellbook. The second feature varies from school to school. For example, at class level 2 as a necromancy wizard, you'll gain Grim Harvest, which allows you to regain hit points when you kill a creature. At class level 2 as a divination wizard, you gain Portent, which allows you to roll 2 d20s, save the results, and then actually use one of those rolls to replace an attack roll, saving throw, or ability check in the future before you roll. Class levels 6 and 10 you gain more features, such as at class level 6 as an enchantment wizard, you gain Instinctive Charm, which allows you to use a reaction to divert an enemy's strike on you to another creature that's in range. At class level 10 as a conjuration wizard, you gain Focused Conjuration, which makes it so that while you're concentrating on a conjuration spell, your concentration cannot be broken as a result of taking damage. Pretty powerful. And at class level 10 as an evocation wizard, you gain Empowered Evocation, which allows you to add your intelligence modifier to 1 damage roll of any wizard evocation spell that you cast. You guys should be getting the gist of what's going on here. So before you choose a wizard subclass, you might want to look into what benefits are associated with that subclass to see if it fits the type of wizard that you want to become. For example, if you really love elemental damage spells, you might want to choose the School of Evocation, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to be casting a ton of other types of spells. Looking back at the class chart, you can see that after level 2, your journey to level 10 is mainly focused on the spells that you gain in your spellbook. At class level 4 and 8, you gain an ability score improvement or your choice of feat. Speaking of feats, let's quickly talk about a really powerful one called Warcaster. So feats, for anyone who does not know, are special features that you can gain at the sacrifice of not taking the ability score improvement. So if you already have your wizard's intelligence score pretty high, you might want to instead take a feat, such as Warcaster. Warcaster is a great feat, for it gives you advantage on Constitution saving throws that you make to maintain your concentration on a spell when you take damage. So if you're casting a spell that requires concentration and an enemy strikes you, in order to keep that spell going, you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw. With Warcaster, you now get to roll 2 d20s and use the higher result to help you with your saving throw. Very useful. That's generally how the wizard class will work from level 1 to max level 10. Before I end the video, I want to go over a few of the spells from the gigantic wizard spell list. Take a look. These are the spells that you're going to have the opportunity to learn as you level up, and you might even find some of them. It's usually a good idea to have a well-rounded list of spells in your spellbook, so you can choose from damage spells, utility spells, support spells, or control type spells. Lightning Bolt, Burning Hands, Flaming Sphere, Chain Lightning, Ice Storm, Shatter, Fireball, they're all great damage spells. Fireball is a classic and will create a bright streak of light flashing from your pointing finger to a point that you choose, blossoming into an explosion of flame. This will deal AoE fire damage and can certainly ignite objects. Shatter will create a sudden loud ringing noise and deal thunder damage. For control type spells, you have spells such as Hold Person, Wall of Force, Sleep, Hypnotic Pattern, and more. Wall of Force is a powerful level 5 spell that will create an invisible wall of force that nothing can physically pass through. You can separate creatures from their party with this, or even just create a wall to protect your own party in a time of need. For utility spells, you may use spells such as Invisibility, Misty Step, or Dimension Door. Dimension Door will allow you to teleport to another spot, but also bring with you objects and a creature of your size or smaller. You can get really creative with a spell like this. We did get to see a couple wizard spells in the gameplay reveal, check them out.
Shoot. 3 magic missiles at the spiders. Oh, can't. Why is that? That's a small bug. Okay. Yeah, I'll shoot this just right. There you go. So that hurt. He certainly needs. Okay, I'm sorry, Nick. I'm putting the spider to sleep. Then I'm drinking a drink. Ah, these bloody webs. Whoever thought of putting webs in a presentation that is supposed to be on time? Oh, that was good. That was. You know what's also unfair, my friends? Let's see if this is gonna work. Thunderwave. Ah, shit.
There's also spells called ritual spells, but I don't want to get into that too much because we're not really sure how they're going to work in Baldur's Gate 3. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It's a huge help to my videos. I do all sorts of content on this channel, ranging from comedy videos to live streams to game reviews to game tutorials to product reviews and more, and I would love to see some of you guys on a future video. Much more Baldur's Gate 3 content on the way. Until next time.